A Northwest Valley neighborhood is celebrating a total transformation this holiday.
Heroes United helped to reduce violent crimes in the neighborhood by 75%.
Once arriving at my apartment, I reviewed the profiles of everyone I was about to meet. The success of the project was contingent on these extraordinary people. I also reviewed the plans to be executed during the next 20 field days.
The great local Vegas Viking Lodge was key in all these activities.
I know the Vikings, they have some bad sides too, some negatives, but everybody got that. So to me, it's more important to focus on what's positive.
We proclaim Tuesday, October 9th, Leif Erikson Day in the city of Las Vegas. No European had set foot in North America until Leif Erikson did.
Introducing the Leif Erikson Day opened doors for the mission.
I would like to introduce Christian Schoyen from the Sons of Norway to say a few words.
On behalf of Sons of Norway, the Vegas Lodge, and also all the Scandinavians living here in Vegas, I want to say thank you for making this day official, October 9th, making it the Leif Erikson Day throughout the city of Vegas. And secondly, I also want to announce a drawing competition that we are arranging through Sons of Norway to nurture the Viking traits that Leif Erikson stood for, which is imagination, vision, collaboration, and fearlessness. So this is meant for the children grade 1 to 5 throughout Las Vegas. And in addition, we also plan to go out and speak to the classes and the children so we can explain more what Leif Erikson stood for and also give them a little information on history. Thank you so much.
If you unite people, I don't think there's any obstacle that you cannot overcome. There are some few communities that are struggling, but again, I believe it's not all their own fault. So I think it's like very important that we all reach out and try to work united, meaning in a collaborative effort to help one another, because it's one city and we all live in the same place. So it's not like here are some people over here and some people over there and we're different. We're all the same and we all have the same dreams and hopes. That's what I believe.
Christian Schoyen is here with us this morning to explain why this day is so important and what it's all about. Tell us a little bit about who Leif Erikson is and why the mayor is making this day such an important day.
It stands for everything that we are raised to believe in, which means fearlessness, courage, basically the belief that you can do anything, and that's what the Vikings stands for.
I read about a story that you actually went digging. You love Vikings so much, you went digging in a burial mound.
Yes.
In search of what? In search of a sword?
My mother, she gave me a plastic Viking sword, and I wasn't too excited about that plastic.
You wanted the real thing?
I wanted the real deal. So what I did, I took my little shovel, I was age 7, and I went to this sacred place right next to the farm where I came from, and I started digging.
It was an incident where you put your life on the line for people that you did not know, to save families, children, and that takes a lot of heroism. In regards to that incident, would you do it all over again?
I would do it again.
To save innocent bystanders, police officer Patrick Burke put his life on the line to stop an armed desperado.
I've always wanted to be a cop, and this is what I'm doing. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. We're not going to stop crime. We're not going to solve the world's problems. But what we are going to do is, for that moment in time that we're at that intersection, in a black and white, in uniform, the little old lady, the young girl, the young man, the people that are going about their daily life can walk across that intersection, go into that store, and have no fear that they can go about their business and not be prosecuted, not be attacked, not be victimized for that moment that we're there.
Your son is 11. You said you keep him in the house most of the time because you get scared.
That is correct.
There are several homeless in the area who are struggling. In addition, animals are also at risk as part of gang initiation is throwing pets out of the window on the freeway.
This right here is Sierra Oeste. The street we're on right now is called Lirio. There's over 100 kids that live in this neighborhood, and it's the highest area for violent crime in Northwest from 2012 to 2013. For illegal shooting calls, this is the highest density in the whole city for the last year.
And I also understand it has been like this for more than 15 years, meaning it has been a problem that has not gone away.
For at least 15 years now, this area has been the highest area for gang activity in Northwest and violent crime. And no matter what we do, or how many police officers that we put in here, it doesn't seem to change.
I also understand within these 5 blocks, in terms of domestic violence, you have about, was it like 130, 40 approximately that has been reported a year?
I think it was the number for 1 year was 168, and that's just on 5 streets.
Considering that only a small portion sometimes get reported in, it means technically that the number could be much higher, maybe even 300-400.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because typically in this geographic area, or they don't like our help. They don't call us for help unless it's extreme.
As we speak right now, meaning today, it would basically be an average of a domestic violence each day based on those numbers.
I think as a parent, it's pretty scary to let your kids play outside in an area like this.
I saw little kids with gang tattoos here. To me, they look like 11, 12 years old.
12, 13 years old,
yeah.
Tattoos all over their neck, yeah.
And already in the gangs.
Yep.
So that means their future might be bleak based on that starting point.
Yep.
My name is Christian Schoen, I'm the project director here at United. If we all form this one strong group, then we should have a better chance to try something new. Because again, it has been the same, I've been told, for the last 15 years. And of course that means something is not working. And then that means it's time to try a fresh approach. And what we're doing right now is actually doing a monthly meeting that started in December. And every time we have a plan we talk about and we do execution, because talk means nothing. Exactly. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen is this. In 8 weeks from now, we should be able to meet again and talk about what we have done, and we should see results.
I don't think anything like this has ever been done before by a police department, so the sky's the limit.
Joshua, you mentioned it's 170 times greater chance that something bad happens to you in Sierra Esta than another street, and that, I probably shouldn't say this loud, but that means the risk is super high, of course. I mean, going in there, and we're civilians, we don't even have a gun. We have to be fearless.
Everyone we met were nice and welcoming.
Well, you gotta be grade 1 through 5.
You have to change them.
My favorite quote is that Margaret Mead quote about never doubt that a committed group of citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And this project is magical because ever since I met Christian, it's been surreal because first we all met one another and I met the most extraordinary leaders through Hometown Heroes. Christian and I spoke and I said it was almost not real because it all came together in the most beautiful way. And I think that's what happens when everybody sets egos aside and you just roll up your sleeves and you just do it to uplift the community. So I feel so lucky to be working with you all.
Shooting for change in the world.
We have to shoot for something. That's a good one. We are here to help the children and at the same time help Las Vegas.
Well, there was an article in today's paper. Nevada children were at the bottom of the list again in terms of child succeeding.
For the second year, it says a child born in Nevada stands the worst chance possible of succeeding than anywhere in the country.
We had a meeting this morning with Peyton Weber, who's kind of the intelligence expert. What we could help with is we can donate software, the data warehouse software, to merge data together into one place, so it's possible for them to find crime trends easier than sitting and copying and pasting data into spreadsheets and other places, so that you can long-term take action and prevent some of the crimes before it actually happens.
You have to remember that's just the call-ins. Who knows, maybe the number is 3-4 times bigger. That means someone actually gets beaten up as we speak right now, and that's a bad situation. So that's why we want to go fast.
I'm a member of the Guardian Angels. It's about people in that community saying, I've had enough. Whether it be in your neighborhood, whether it be in any neighborhood. It is about people within standing up and doing something different.
We're walking with the Guardian Angels as they patrol the neighborhood their way. The goal, to get people living here to join them so they take their neighborhood back so they feel safe again.
There are sometimes worries in this part of town on the west end just kind of went down the toilet. And I know there's still drug dealers that live in the neighborhood, which is a concern having children.
The Sierra Oeste neighborhood needs all the help it can get.
The more people keeping an eye out, the better.
Right, coming to the community meeting?
That's why the Guardian Angels are stepping in.
To be a Guardian Angel, you have to train for 2 months. You'll learn self-defense, rules on making a citizen's arrest, and more. Now, the goal isn't to arrest people, it's to create a presence and deter crime. Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Stats are down, which is critical because, again, if the stats don't go down, we have done nothing. And we had one mindset, we're going to fix it. It's not if we could fix it, we'll fix it. And it's tangible and it's doable. So I feel we're right on that path and right on that track where we want to be. And the whole goal, again, is also to empower the homeowners and the residents. So it will be a sustainable model that will secure low crime in this neighborhood.
This is News 3. Officers from Metro's Northwest Area Command are teaming up with volunteers from Hometown Heroes United.
Metro Police hit the streets, teaming up with community leaders to help make a difference in Valley neighborhoods. They kicked off Hometown Heroes United with a holiday parade. The collaboration has been cut down on crime in southern Nevada neighborhoods.
This was great.
Okay, this was a home run.
Pleasure. Excellent.
I think this is the beginning. This just shows the potential.
This is the beginning.
This is 8 News Now.
Neighbors are coming together to clean up their streets and show the bad guys they mean business.
A Northwest Valley neighborhood with a high crime rate is changing for the better.
It was a great day to be living in the Sierra Oesta neighborhood. Went from having one of the highest crime rates in the city to being a great place to raise a family.
I want to introduce you to the chairman of Heroes United, none other than Mr. Christian Shoyan. Let's thank everyone for the great team effort that has resulted in this great victory here in Sarasota.
I feel very privileged to have gotten to know all the heroes. They all touched my heart because I have actually seldom met someone with such a caring, compassionate nature. And it's interesting because all these heroes we're celebrating tonight, they're very much the same in the core essence. And that is that they care for our community and they care for our fellow man and everything living. A true Viking actually has a belief system that extends beyond himself. It's not just about the Viking himself, it's all about his community. In those times, the tribe, they all stood together and they cared for one another. No one was left behind. They do not just stand as role models here for people in this community, but in the rest of Nevada and United States as well.
I accept this award, not only on behalf of myself, but I will say for all the other officers that are out there every day, every night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, keeping the city safe.
I feel like I'm sort of a quarterback on a football team, and I might call the plays, but I can't do anything without the rest of the team.
We are recognizing Eric Papa with the Hometown Heroes Appreciation Award. Thank you so much, Eric.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Eric Papa. I'm the president of the Vegas Viking Lodge of Sons of Norway. I think my friend Christian is onto something when he cites the 4 core Viking traits that Leif and his men exhibited when they crossed these vast oceans. Imagination, vision, collaboration, and fearlessness. Certainly, to me, the Viking spirit is wrapped up in these 4 words. So today, I believe our hometown heroes also carry that same Viking spirit.
I'm very proud to recognize the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department with the Leif Erikson Viking of Honor Lifetime Award.
On behalf of Sheriff Doug Gillespie and my captain, Chris DeMino, it's an honor and thank you so very much. And I want you to think of the person you love the most right now. Think about him in your mind right now. Would you lay your life down for him? The men and women of Metro would lay their life down for people they've never even met. And they do it every single day, 24/7, and they do it without even a thank you. So we thank you for recognizing us. Thank you very much.
We have been successful with this project and also creating a blueprint for the rest of the city and other cities throughout the world.
It was a great day to be living in the Sierra Oesta neighborhood in the northwest part of the valley.
A Northwest Valley neighborhood with a high crime rate is changing for the better.
Went from having one of the highest crime rates in the city to being a great place to raise a family.
In aftermath, looking back at everything that was accomplished in only 21 field days, imagine what we then could do in 1 year for Nevada or 4 years for the United States if we all work together.
Hi, I'm Officer David Colon with the Clermont Police Department here in the city of Clermont, Florida. I met Christian Shoyan and Neighborhood Rescue a few years ago at a crime prevention in the black community seminar held in Orlando, Florida. And I was just amazed by the work that he and his and many partners created and did in Vegas. What we did here in Oakhurst was so similar to what he did in Nevada. I just had to call him and tell him, hey, you actually started something that happened again here. And there's so many other people that we want to thank, especially all the volunteers and partners, businesses that helped us here. Over 300 hours of community work, 150 volunteers. We especially want to thank the Chief of Police for the great support to this community policing initiative. And the ideas, especially from Neighborhood Rescue, we want to thank Christian Schoen and his team. This can be duplicated. This can be done again and again. One of the things that is really inspiring to many people, and is so true, is that 90% crime reduction in the past 11 months, actually, and all this was done with zero government dollars. That is the most amazing thing.
My name's Officer Rogers, and I work for the Claremont Police Department, Community-Oriented and Policing Unit. And I had the privilege and the opportunity to work alongside wonderful men, women, volunteers, churches, and businesses alike who came together for such a wonderful cause, the Neighborhood Rescue of America Challenge.